Well, a pleasant good evening to you, everybody, from Maryvale Baseball Park in Phoenix, Arizona. We welcome you once again to Sports Cassette Productions and our coverage of the 1999 5A semifinals. It's the Ironwood Eagles taking on the Pride from Mountain Point. And along with camera person Gail File, I'm Jeff Lowry. Welcome to Sports Cassette. And certainly two teams that are hungry for a state championship. Of course, the Pride of Mountain Point. Tremendous sports programs they have over there. This is a team that really would like to make an impact over there in terms of the athletic department. And I know that Ironwood is a school that just made the jump to the 5A level a couple of years ago. Ironwood is the home team here as they take the field. And I know that the Eagles have got to be extremely proud of themselves when you consider the fact that it was just a couple of years ago that they were a 4A school, and here they are in 1999 playing for the state championship. I'll be back with the starting lineups and the play-by-play action when we return on Sports Cassette Productions in just a moment. All right, if you're ready now, the starting lineups. First for the visiting Mountain Point Pride, Jay Seymour is in center field for Roger LeBlanc's team. He'll be the leadoff hitter. Brett Jensen is batting second at second base. Pitching and batting third, Chris Collins. Hitting fourth at first base, Nate Uldness. Alexis Ramirez is in left field, batting fifth. Gabe Mayorga will bat sixth and play shortstop. Joe Mather is in right, batting seventh. Richard Bell, the designated hitter for Steve Drayansky at third base. He'll bat eighth. Dave Savage catches and bats ninth against Jared Lucas, a big, tall, right-handed thrower. And the 1999 5A semifinals is moments away from its first pitch. Jay Seymour, the center fielder, the catalyst on the Pride. And the first pitch is a called strike, and this ball game is underway. Lucas throws the ball extremely hard. He'll be up in the 80s, no question about it. Mountain Point Pride, Ironwood Eagles. In there, strike two called. Of course, the Eagles coming out of their region. Unfortunately, we were not given a program. I think they're out of that Northwest region, number one seed. That one bounced up there as he tried to look like he was forcing the issue there. One ball, two strikes to the leadoff hitter. Mountain Point, the second seed coming out of the central region. That's the region that Desert Vista is in. Chopper up the middle, off the glove of the shortstop, and the throw to first is in time, one down. Defensively, for the Ironwood Eagles, Lausett, who just made that play, an outstanding play at shortstop. Around the horn, Ryan Backstrom at first base, Erb at second, Lausett at short, and Serrano is over at third, left to right, labeled Chris Rock and Marini with Guzin behind the plate, and as I mentioned, Jared Lucas on the hill. Brett Jensen is the batter. Jensen, an outstanding hitter. This is a young man who very versatile in that second spot, and I know that Roger LeBlanc very proud of the job he's done this year. This is a young man that handles the bat well, puts the ball in play. He can hit behind runners as well as sacrifice them over, and he's got pretty good speed and a good on-base percentage. The Mountain Point Pride coming into tonight's contest, 28 up and 8 down. What a fine, fine season for this ball club. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the second place hitter with the dangerous Chris Collins on deck. Lucas looks in for the sign as the big right-hander comes to the plate. And here it is, and it just missed, and it's full 3-2 on Brett Jensen, who has pretty good speed. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. That's out number 2 here in the top of the first. It looked like he may have taken a little bit off that one. So a swinging strike 3 by Jensen, and now Chris Collins, the batter. Well, in the first of the semifinal action here at beautiful Maryvale Baseball Park, it was all Desert Vista in that contest, winning it 21-9. Corey Myers with a 3-run home run to send it into a run rule forfeit, or I guess when we were kids and when we used to have the run rule, you were skunked. And that's exactly what happened to Horizon. They were skunked. Awesome hitting by the Desert Vistas. And in the event that Mountain Point should win this contest here tonight, we would have a Central Division rivalries. I mean, two schools within a matter of what, a couple of miles, a mile from one another. High drive, right center field. Nobody's going to get to that ball. It's going to hit the wall in deep right center field, 400 feet away on one hop. And that's a double, a 2-out double for Chris Collins. Keeps the inning alive for the Mountain Point Pride, and Nate Allness, the batter. The Pride come out. They come out in that ASU imitation-like uniforms. Very handsome uniforms. Ironwood comes out with the dark red. Is that a burgundy? Did you say burgundy?
Yeah.
Huh, would you? Gail File on cameras here. And Gail and I both from APN Sports, but we're providing the camera and we're providing everything for this one. Happy to help out Bob West over there, the fine people at Sports Cassette Productions in their 5th year with the AIA, and they do a lot of hard work in trying to put these games together. It's Gail shaking her head over there. She knows how tough it is to put back-to-back games together and then get the people out here. And well, we certainly do the best that we can with what we have to work with. 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch is inside, 2-1. Lucas, your prototypical build for a pitcher that a lot of scouts are going to look at. He's tall. Got a good fastball. And he works the corners well. Good pitch there, and that proves that fact out solidly. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Mountain Point cleanup hitter, Nate Allness. Chris Collins at second with a double. He's the pitcher, and we'll see him at the bottom of the inning on the hill for the Mountain Point Pride. That one is in the dirt, and a fine scoop by Guzin. Ben Guzin behind the plate. I better get rid of these Horizon Desert Vista rosters. I'll be calling out the wrong numbers here in a minute. 3 balls and 2 strikes by top half of the first inning. The 1999 5A Boys semifinals. Maryvale Baseball Park, and the payoff pitch to the cleanup hitter, Allness. Ball 4, and they're on first and second. Alexis Ramirez will be the batter. Alexis, a junior this year, takes the first pitch, a called strike. Well, one good thing about it is Lucas has come out here and he's getting that first pitch over. That is so important. And I say it time and time again, you can ask Greg Maddox. And Greg Maddox doesn't have the best stuff in Major League Baseball or in terms of fastball or overpowering pitcher. He is not raw speed, and he has to rely on smartness and good control. And that guy, 90% of the time, without being predictable, he's got the ball over the plate on that first pitch, and it is very important. Quickly ahead of Ramirez, no balls and 2 strikes, and now Alexis will step out of the batter's box. He's a right-handed hitter. I know Gail File, our cameraman here, or I guess you're a camera woman, right? She loves Greg Maddux. Why in the world, I don't know why, but as this pitch is fouled back to the screen, but the man can pitch. And she was going crazy. What do you mean he's not an overpowering pitcher? Well, he is, but it isn't because he throws harder than most. I don't even know if he gets it up in the 90s, to be honest with you. 0-2 pitch. And that one's fouled off, and that ball went down the right field line and hit off that fencing to the first base dugout. Beautiful stadium here, Maryvale Baseball Park, home of the spring train. It's the spring training home of the Milwaukee Brewers. And the Milwaukee Brewers will be getting a new home next year back up in Milwaukee. Miller Field. That one is in the dirt, and the runners go. The throw goes down to second. They got him. Well, a base running mistake runs the Pride right out of the inning. No runs, one hit, one left. And at the end of a half inning, the Pride nothing, and Ironwood coming to bat. Kalen Lowell to lead things off here in the home half of the first inning for the Ironwood Eagles, the #1 seed coming out of the Northwest region. No score, and give a lot of credit to Ironwood catcher Ben Guzin in that top of the first inning. The Pride were in a double steal, and they had absolutely no chance for Collins, who was at second base. He stole third easily, but then Aldous tried to backdoor the Ironwood Eagles by stealing second, and he was nailed. Chris Collins on the mound for the Pride, and another hard thrower. Young man throws probably in the mid-80s. We got two hard-throwing right-handers on the mound for both teams. Ground ball just fair and down the left field line. That one goes down in the corner and gets away from the left fielder. And now it's a foot race. Here comes a runner around third. Here comes a relay, and it's an inside the park home run. Ironwood leads it 1-0. The minute that ball got away from the left fielder, Alex Ramirez, no chance at all. Leos runs it extremely well, and he showed that firepower coming around third. Todd Erb will be the batter, the second baseman. So the Ironwood shortstop leads off the top of the first with an inside-the-park home run. The second one in 2 nights here in Maryvale. Last night it was Chris Fifield, or as his teammates now call him, Speedy Fifield. Todd Erb at the plate, the pitch, swing and a miss. Yeah, I was talking to Mr. Fifield's stepmom, I guess it would be. Swing and a miss. He's not the fastest runner in the world. 2-1 down here in the first inning. And now Nate Fisk is coming up to the plate. I don't know if there's any relation to Carlton Fisk. A lot of former Major League Baseball players live out here in Arizona.
Has to be the weather.
It has to be the weather, absolutely. That's upstairs, ball one. Fisk, a very good hitter, a good line drive hitter. He's got some power. among the team leaders in power stats like slugging, total bases, runs produced. 1 ball, 1 strike. Only a sophomore this year. So we may see this young man for a couple of more years over here at Maryville. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Didn't get that one. Taking just a bit off that pitch was Chris Collins. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The next pitch. Blew it by him. Caught looking, 2 down. Second strikeout in a row for Chris Collins, and the batter is going to be the cleanup hitter and third baseman Greg Serrano. Yeah, give a little credit to Alexis Ramirez, who did unfortunately misplay that ball down the line, but that is a very weird carom down the left field line. And how many times do these young men get to play in a ballpark where there is a carom? Most of the time you're out in the field where there's no fence, and most of them will play with there's a chain link fence, and usually the ball hits that and you're not going to get much of a carom here. That ball hit that fence down the line, and it is the way it is designed. There's really no way of him cutting that ball off, and that's a situation where he may have wanted that ball to roll to the wall and then played it once it hit the wall out in deep left field. He elected to try to cut the ball off before it got to the 350 marker down the line, and it was very costly as the ball got away from Ramirez, and Kalen came in with the inside the park home run. Ironwood leads it 1-0. Of course, being an ex-outfielder myself, I probably would have had somebody hit a few balls to me down there to get used to that carom. Swing and a miss, and that is all. Actually, that was a called third strike, and Collins strikes out the side, but he gives up the inside the park home run. Ironwood at the end of 1 leads it 1-0. We go to the top of the second inning in the 1999 AIA and Sports Cassette 5A semifinals. A 1-0 lead for the Ironwood Eagles as the Pride will send up here in the top of the second inning Alexis Ramirez, Gabe Mayorga, and Joe Mather. Ramirez was at the plate when the Pride tried that double steal, and it backfired on him as Allness was thrown out at second base. Leos with an inside the park home run. The only run accounted for in this contest. The pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2 on Alexis Ramirez, the left fielder. Jared Lucas in his second inning of work. The big right-hander kicks and he fires. He's got a high leg kick, and that ball is sent right back where it came from. A line drive base hit up the middle. Well, here's Gabe. Gabe, the shortstop, and this could very well be a bunt situation for Mountain Point, depending on how they're going to play it. Renner takes his lead at first. He's got 1 foot in the carpet and 1 foot in the sliding pit, and now the pitch is taken upstairs, ball 1, and no indication of bunt here. Roger LeBlanc down at third base, and what a job he has done for the Mountain Point Pride. 28-8 coming into today's action. And they came back. They stated one of the best seasons they've had so far in their school's young history. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, nope, and they're going to throw over to first again. Of course, Mountain Point got here by defeating Westwood, a team that was 22-9 not a bad team this year, as that pitch is taken for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. They staked Westwood to a first-run, 4-run inning, but was able to come back in that contest. Down 1-0 here in the top of the second. Joe Mather is on deck. Well, you can do a lot of things in this situation, 2-0, but I would imagine they won't be stealing. Well, just as I say that, they do, and here's the throw down, and it's not in time. It was in the dirt. Good throw would have had him, but it's a stolen base. A swinging strike on Gabe Mayorga, and still a hitter's count at 2-1, and he's got a chance maybe to tie this ball game up with a base hit. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul, back and out of play. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out with a runner at second. That's Alexis Ramirez, and he represents the tying run. They need a ball hit to the right side, and this will get the runner over. A squibbler off the mound, fielded by Jared Lucas, and he makes the throw to first. And so Gabe Mayorga does the job in moving the runner over. The play goes 1-3. Ramirez at third, and now Joe Mather. I guess it's Joe Mather. Joe Mather at the plate, wears number 25. Young man. It's a lot of extra base hits. Pretty good all-around player. Runs pretty well. Got a lot of heart. Pitch. High fly ball to right field, and this could very well be deep enough. Catch is made in medium right field. The throw comes in. It will be cut off. And the Pride of Mountain Point have tied it up at 1 apiece. Richard Bell, the designated hitter, a left-hander, steps in. So the Pride of Mountain Point tie it up on a sacrifice fly by Joe Mather. Upstairs with a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Catcher Dave Savage on deck. 2 out here in the top of the second. Foul back to the screen. Let's look at the dimensions and get a little view. Can we get a little view around here? Look at the bandbox dimensions. Very unique playing field. 340 down the right field line. 400 to the power alley in right center field, and 400 to straightaway central. 350 down the left field line. Here's the 1-2 pitch and a ground ball towards the shortstop. Fielded there by the Ironwood Kalen Laos, and he throws to first base to retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, and nobody left on at the end of an inning and a half. We got a 1-1 tie. Chris Rock will lead things off for Ironwood. Defensively for Mountain Point, Holness at first base, Jensen at second. The shortstop is Mayorga and Dryansky at third. Left to right, Ramirez, Seymour, and Mather. Joe Mather. Catching Savage, pitching Chris Collins. First time up for the comedian, Chris Rock, as he bounces one to the right side, and he'll throw it to first. Good play by the Mountain Point second baseman, Brett Jensen, 1 out. Ronnie Leipold, the left fielder for Ironwood, steps in. Eagles with a run in the bottom half of the first inning on that inside the park home run to lead off the inning for Kalen Laos. then 3 straight strikeouts, the last two looking. Chris Collins really showing why he is one of the top pitchers in the state of Arizona. But the Mountain Point came right back, manufacturing a run. Ramirez a single, a stolen base, moved to third on a ground ball by Gabe Mayorga, and then scored on Joe Mather's sac fly to right. Good pitch. Caught him looking, and that's the 3rd strikeout. Looking for Chris Collins in the 4th overall. Chris Marini is the hitter. Left-handed hitter, and the first pitch just under the knees, ball 1. Ben Guzin is on deck for the Ironwood Eagles. I know that everybody over there at Ironwood has got to be extremely proud of these 14 or 15 young men sitting over there on the bench and the job that they have done to get to this point. And just to play in this ballpark, what a tremendous thrill that must be. We mentioned this is the spring training home of the Milwaukee Brewers. Most of you are aware of that. And the Brewers are getting a new state-of-the-art facility up in Milwaukee right across the street from Old County Stadium. Swing and a miss, and no chance on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Chris Marini a pitch away from being retired. Here's the 2-2 offering, and strike 3 called. 4 strikeouts, caught looking by Ironwood, the 5th overall. And we played 2. Pride won. The Eagles won. Well, a nice look at Maryvale Baseball Park on a picture-perfect evening. Jeff Lowry along with Gail File on cameras. Welcome back to Sports Cassette Productions and our coverage of 5A semifinal baseball. Heading now to the top half of the 3rd inning. The Pride of Mountain Point and their catcher Dave Savage. He did not check his swing, and it's quickly 0-2 on the catcher. Our top of the 3rd inning totals have the Pride a run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 stranded. Ironwood 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and they have yet to strand a runner. The 0-2 pitch is bounced up there. He threw that one about 52, 53 feet. Needed about 60 feet 6 inches and maybe a little more. That one was about 8 feet in front of home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch, and it's upstairs, 2-2. Savage, the 9th hitter in the Mountain Point lineup. Jay Seymour, the leadoff hitter and center fielder, bats next. They got the balloons out today, the maroon and yellow, and there's a bye-bye. 2nd strikeout in 2 1/3 inning for Jared Lucas. 1 out. Jay Seymour, the leadoff hitter for Mountain Point, steps up to the plate. He grounded to shortstop, his first and only time up. Lucas has struck out 2, and he has walked 1. And George Lucas from out here, ground ball shortstop. Nice play and a long throw across the diamond, and a lot closer than it probably should have been. But a fine play at short by Kalen Leos, and there is 2 down in the 3rd inning. And Brett Jensen, it's been a clean game so far. A lot cleaner than that last one, my goodness. I mean, it was exciting to see the Desert Vistas and their thunderous bats. Arizona's version of Murderer's Row. Impressed with Corey Myers at all there, Gail?
Yes, I was. We were really putting on the hitting exhibition on that game.
The young man, well, he hit one out, but the one the young man hit back in the first, Hinton, my goodness, that thing hit the sidewalk out there, and maybe we can show that here in a minute. That sidewalk that's probably a good 70 feet behind the fence. He hit it about 430 feet. A grand salami. Well, that looked good. 3-1 on Brett Jensen, who was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. Plays second base for the Pride of Mountain Point in a 1-1 tie, and here's the 3-1 offering, and a smash over the head of the shortstop and out into left field, a base hit. That is the third hit of the ball game for the Pride, and that'll bring up Chris Collins with 2 out. There's a look at that sidewalk, and that ball landed right on top of that. Young man from Desert Vista, Travis Hinton. What'd I say? Is that what I said? I was told that, and I know that the Mountain Point Pride, they don't want me talking about Desert Vista because that's their #1 enemy, them and Corona del Sol. But you got to give some credit where credit is due. Corey Myers, the senior shortstop for the Thunder. Of course, the all-time single-season home run champion. 22 4-base hits. That broke the previous record of 17. That young man can hit. He's like his brother, Casey. Casey and Corey, you think they both will be in an ASU uniform next year?
Probably.
If you're a betting person, I would put a bet on that tomorrow. I mean, he may already have been signed. I don't know. 2 balls, no strikes to Collins. He doubled his last time up. He hit a bomb out in the right center field. That is a very deep right center field. 400 feet. It kind of, fence almost kind of moves even further away from home plate, as where most fences don't do that. Here's a ground ball to shortstop. He bobbled it. He will not even throw it to first. He does now. All hands are safe. So an error on the shortstop keeps the inning alive for Nate Olness, who would probably like a little redemption for being thrown out on the back end of a double steal. First and second with 2 out, and all this started with 2 out. Olness walked. His first and only time up at the plate. Now has a chance to put the Pride on top for the first time tonight. Infield, well, both infielders, and now a throwback. And I was going to say both infielders were out of position on that play, and it's a good thing that Jared Lucas decided and elected to step off the pitcher's mound. Olness, I'm sure, is a 350, 400 hitter. Anyway, you don't want to make him into a 500 hitter by having the base runners moving all over the place. The order of business right now is to get Mr. Olness out at the plate. If you're an Ironwood fan, pitch. Or if you're an Ironwood, well, if you're an Ironwood player. Beautiful evening. That wind blowing out to left center field. The 1-1 pitch to the Pride cleanup hitter. Nope. They'll look the runner back to second. Semifinal, state semifinal action. Pitch, swing, and a miss. What a good pitch on 1-1. And Alness is down 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Lucas could probably throw just about anything right here. And George Lucas from Arizona.
I think he is.
I know Spielberg is.
I
I don't know. Here's the 1-2 offering. Got him looking. No runs. 1 hit and 2 left on. And the middle of the third, 1-1. Susan will be the leadoff hitter in the home half of the third inning as Ironwood and Mountain Point play in a 1-1 tie. Jeff Lowry from Maryvale Baseball Park on a beautiful evening. Got a cloud in the sky and what a nice cool breeze blowing in about 12 miles an hour. And our game time temperature, a very comfortable 83 degrees, thanks to Dave Muncie over at the, what is that, the News Channel 10, with our good friend Robin Garrison and John Hook. Big-time Ally McBeal fans. I mean, it's like the sun rising. Those two are going to be there after Ally McBeal. And I don't care what Allie told Connie Chung. I don't think she's been eating enough. Toothpick woman. I love Ally McBeal, though. I love the show. Allie's she's a head case. Strike 3 called. That is the 6th strikeout, 5 of which have been looking. Recorded by Chris Collins. He is doing his best impersonation of Nolan Ryan here tonight at Maryvale Baseball Park. Ryan Backstrom is the 9th hitter in the lineup for the Pride. No balls, 1 strike to the first baseman. You get this guy, get the ball in this guy's wheelhouse, he'll send it deep. And he was trying to put that one over that U.S. West sign in left center field, 0-2. One out in the bottom of the third. And a ground ball to shortstop on a 2-hopper. And Gabe Mayorga makes the play and throws him out at first, 2 down. Well, since the leadoff inside the park home run by this young man, Kalen Leos, 9 in a row have been set down. Check that, 8 in a row have been set down by Chris Collins, and 6 strikeouts, 6 out of 8. In a word, he has been dominating. And here's the pitch, and that caught the outside corner, a called strike. Took a little bit off that one. Hey, pitching is just like real estate, buddy. Location, location, location. And if you ain't got it, you better be throwing about 98, 99 miles an hour. And even Mr. Randy Big Unit Johnson needs location. That ball hit him in the helmet and went flying off into the second row of seats down here along the foul line. And I don't think he felt it. So a runner is on. Todd Erb is the batter, the second baseman. Well, let's see if the Eagles can cash in on that. Kalen might be going. I don't know why in the world Todd Erb is squaring around the bunt. He takes a strike. I think he was just taken all the way. 2 out here in the bottom half of the third inning. The Eagles had an early 1-0 lead, but that was erased when Mountain Point scored in the top of the second and a token throw to first. Well, that broke a string of 8 in a row set down by Chris Collins. There goes the runner. The pitch is taken, and a good scoop out of the dirt by Pride catcher Dave Savage. And considering the location of that pitch, he made a good throw down there, but it was not in time to get Leos, and he's got a stolen base. So now all of a sudden, Ironwood with a chance to take the lead, and all they need is a base hit. Time is called by the pitcher, and they want to get set on the signals. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count on Todd Erb with Nate Fisk on deck. And I don't know how many of you are watching the Diamondbacks lately. I know that the broadcast crew just continually talks about Tony Womack and what he means to the top of that lineup and what chaos he can cause the opposing team. That's outside 2-1. Well, a big mistake by Collins hitting Leos, and I know he didn't mean to do it, didn't do it on purpose, but you get a guy with that kind of speed on the base paths in a tight game and like the one we have here tonight at Maryvale, and you're just setting yourself up. He is going, and a ground ball to the right side, knocked down, the throw to first, and it's not in time. He threw it away, and the run scores. It's 2-1. Kalen Leos never broke stride. They're going to rule it an error on the second baseman. No RBI. Leos scores, and Todd Erb moves to second. And that's what I'm telling you. Like Tony Womack and the Arizona Diamondbacks, that speed can really pay off. And I don't know if Brett Jensen, even if he comes up with that cleanly, that would have been a close play at first. Even if the throw had not beaten the runner at first, Leos would have scored anyway. He was halfway down the third base line by the time that ball went by the Mountain Point first baseman Nate Allness. And now Nate Fisk will be the batter. He is the third hitter. The 0-1 pitch, and it's 1-1. Did you get all that? Ball gets away. Wild pitch. And the Pride are unraveling here. So many baseball people will tell you there's a very fine line between a sub-500 team, a team that plays 500, and a team that wins championships or pennants or divisional titles, and the team that plays 500 ball. And 2-out hits with men in scoring position is one factor in baseball you won't see in the box score, but it is so important. Fisk is in that situation right now. He's ahead in the count 3-1. And how big would it be if he gets a base hit right now? His team is up 2-1. You got Jared Lucas out there doing a fine job. You got Collins, who has pitched extremely well, and you need all the runs you can get off this young man because he normally does not give up that many at all. Ball 4. Fisk keeps the inning alive for Greg Serrano. That's funny. I'm looking at these guys over here to the right of us in the other booth, and they're checking out the girls coming in with the binoculars. I don't know if this young man's with the Brewers or the City of Phoenix or the AIA. Well, better get those binoculars because 4 more cuties just walked in. I'm starting to sound like Bob West, the guy who runs this place. He told me last night. Forget it. I won't say it. Knowing my luck, they'll play this at their banquet. Oh, he's a character. Bob West.
Good guy all the way.
Yeah, he is. Greg Serrano, he was caught looking on a strikeout in the first. Collins ahead in the count, 0-1. He's got him on the corners with 2 out and his team down a run. Swing and a foul, and it's quickly 0-2. Now those 2 girls are way too young for those guys. First and third, 2 strikes, no balls, 2 out. And again, Collins steps off the pitcher's mound or the pitching rubber and will reset. Herb down at third, and at first is Fisk. He wasted 1 there. It's 1-2. Well, I'll tell you, the Pride's uniforms are almost an identical replica of Coach Murphy and his ASU Sun Devils having a pretty good year. Swing and a miss. The ball was dropped by the catcher. They'll throw down to the first base side, and that will end the inning. But the Ironwood Eagles regain the lead. It's 2-1. Okay, we're back. We are heading to the top of the 4th inning. Maryvale Baseball Park and the state semifinals. The winner of this contest will play number 1 Desert Vista right here Saturday night. Sports Cassette Productions will have all the exciting play-by-play action. Alexis Ramirez scored the only run for Mountain Point. He tried to check his swing there. That's a called strike. Quickly 0-2 on Ramirez, who had a base hit, stole second, moved to third on an infield ground ball by Gabe Mayorga, and scored on the sacrifice fly by Joe Mather. The 0-2 pitch. Too low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lucas goes into the line, that high leg kick, and he missed low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ironwood with a run in the bottom of the 1st inning to take the lead. Leos with that inside the park home run. Of course, as I mentioned, the Pride countered with 1 in the top of the 2nd inning, and then Ironwood countered a 2-out rally, a hit batsman, a stolen base, an error. And Leos really utilizing that speed, came all the way around on an infield error by the second baseman, Brett Jensen. And that's where we stand at the end of 3. 2-1 Ironwood. Full count offering, and that's lifted back and out of play. A good at bat here. Now, if you're Roger LeBlanc, you'd like to see him maybe foul off a couple more. And there's another one. That's out of play to the right side. Talking about entertainment value. Good ball game out here. Good weather condition. Major league facilities. What, $4 to get in here? Strike three called on the inside corner. Strikeout number 4 for Lucas as Ramirez goes down, and now Gabe Mayorga. Ball 1 to Gabe. How important was that at-bat for Gabe back in the second inning? He had Ramirez at second with nobody out, and his ground ball, even though it was hit to the left side of the infield, was hit slow enough and off the mound far enough for Lucas. By the time he got there, he had no chance to get the lead runner Ramirez at third and had to throw to first, and that set up the sac fly for the on-deck hitter and Joe Mather. The 3-0 pitch, inside ball 4. Oh no, that caught the inside corner at the belt. 3-1. Here's the next pitch. Ball 4. A strikeout, a walk to lead things off. This is Joe Mather. Joe Mather, M-A-T-H-E-R. So Mather with a sac fly his first time up. We'll see how LeBlanc plays this. A thrower to first to keep Gabe Mayorga honest down there at first base. A 2-1 ball game. This is a manager's kind of game. All the options in the world right here. Will they steal? Well, he was leaning over there and just did get back in front of the throw of Jared Lucas. Gabe Mayorga, who had just reached on a base on balls. One out here in the top half of the fourth inning. 2-1 Ironwood in the field right now as Mountain Point bats at the plate. And another throw over, and this time not as close. Foul backing out of play to the right side. The 0-1 pitch. On its way, runner does not go, and it's 1-1, missed outside. You'd almost expect that Roger LeBlanc may turn the runner loose down there at first base. Or maybe even do a hit and run. This might not be a bad pitch to do it on. They do not run, and it's outside. Almost a half-hearted pitch out there, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Boy, a pretty good crowd here for a ballpark that seats about 8,500. 2-1 pitch in the dirt. Good scoop. Runner goes, and no chance, and no throw. I'll be nice and award him a stolen base. That's probably a wild pitch. And now time has been called by Greg Serrano, and he'll go over and talk to Jared Lucas, the starting pitcher for the Mountain Point Pride. So now the Pride have the tying run in scoring position. Joe Mather at the plate. And another RBI situation for the Pride right fielder. Swing and a miss. 3-2 is the count. A long look in by Jared Lucas. I mentioned George Lucas being from here. You know, it seems like every time we come out here for these championships, there's somebody famous, their son or daughter's out here playing. It never fails. 3-2 offering. Ball 4 in the dirt. Another nice defensive play by Ben Guzan. He's been a huge standout in this contest when you consider the fact that he has probably saved maybe a run or two just by blocking balls behind the dish. Still only one out, and the designated hitter, Richard Bell, is at the plate. First pitch to the DH, and it's a fastball outside corner, knee-high strike. Dave Savage hoping for a chance on deck. But the moment belongs to Richard Bell should he decide to take the moment. Hopefully he won't take a moment. That's an old Ally McBeal saying. Ground ball second should end the inning. Second one to first. Inning, double play. No runs and one left on at the end of 3.5. Ironwood 2 and the Pride of Mountain Point 1. Heading now to the bottom half of the fourth inning, and Ironwood really surviving in that last inning. The last 2 innings, the Mountain Point have had 2 men on, and were able to survive it unscathed. And as they come to the plate here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, Chris Rock will be the batter. He bounced out to second base his first and only time up. No laughing matter right now. You know what I mean? Chris Rock, the star of Lethal Weapon 4. You know, I'm so sick of those Lethal Weapon movies. There's too many of them. That last one was pretty redundant. But the first one was a classic. Mel Gibson, Danny Glover. Now, you can't get much better than those two. They rank right up there with Lewis and Martin and that other combo. Laurel and Hardy and Lewis and Clark. Apple Pie and Chevrolet. Semi-final baseball action from Maryvale Baseball Park, and a foul back to the screen. Boy, what a beautiful night. This is why we live in the Valley of the Sun. On this May 13th, 1999. I bet it's dipped under 80 now. That breeze feels good. Swing and a miss. Another victim for Chris Collins, trying to pitch his team into a state championship title game. That is the 8th strikeout of the evening for Chris Collins. Ronnie Leibold will be the hitter. He was caught looking his last time up. And he starts him out with a pitch that's up and out of the strike zone. 1-0. In there, 2-0. Well, I saw Big Mac last night play long ball. His 7th home run of the year. A grand salami, I believe it was. That's in there for a strike 2 and 1. What about the Diamondbacks for a moment? This is Thursday. Monday, Jay Bell hits a home run to win it in the bottom of the 9th inning. First the 2-1 pitch. It's 3-1. Then Gonzo, and I like Luis Gonzalez, by the way. Gonzalez extended his hitting streak to 24 games with a game-winning 10th inning home run. That's ball 4. And a walk for Ronnie Leibold, and here is Chris Marini. And then last night, trailing 6-3 going into the bottom of the 9th inning, Frias leads off with, I believe it was a walk or a single. He got on anyhow. Andy Fox, he pulverized one, jumped on top of Yugith Urbina's 95-mile-an-hour fastball. That made it 6-5. As the runner goes here and nobody was at second base, that ball goes out into center field. Now hold the phone. They're going to say time was called. Boy, a huge break there for the Pride. No, it's a balk. That's what I thought they said. So a balk has been called on Chris Collins, putting Leibold into scoring position. And now Marini with a chance to give his team a 2-1 lead. But anyway, it was 6-5. Jay Bell down 0-2, puts one over the fence for a 6-6 tie. 2 batters later, Matt Williams, one of Gail's favorite players, least favorite players. I don't know why. But anyway, you had a runner at first. I think it was Gonzalez who had a base hit. And Matt Williams hit one over the 413 sign at the brand new state-of-the-art Bank One ballpark. That was a Bank One big fly. Swing and a miss. A home run over the center field wall. And old Tom Brenneman, he got so excited his voice cracked. Rodney Allen was just totally elated. This ball gets away from the catcher. And now the runner is at third base with one out. A 2-1 pitch coming up here to Chris Marini. But I'll tell you, I don't know in all the years I've been in this game, have I ever seen a 3-game series and each night won on a game-winning home run. I don't believe I've ever seen that. I've seen it on back-to-back nights, but 3 nights in a row in one series at home. What a tremendous job, and the Diamondbacks certainly have turned around their season after a very slow start. Team's playing 10 games over 500 since that, 0-4 start? This is a foul ball. 9 games over 500 since they started the season 0-4, or were they 0-5? I think they were 0-5, so they're 10 games over. So they have won 20 of their last 30 ball games. But they have yet to win a game when I've been down there. And that's the only thing that matters, you know. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. They will hold the runner. And a good job by the Pride. 2 down here in the inning. So Marini, who hits the ball to the right side of the infield, but he hit it right to Nate Alness, who was playing in. So that one goes 3 unassisted, and now Ben Guzin is the batter. Swinging a ground ball in the hole, and that's a base hit, an RBI single for Guzin. 3-1 in favor of the Ironwood Eagles. And as we talked about before, how important is it to get 2 out hits with runners in scoring position? Jeff Height will pinch run at first base for Ironwood's new hero, Ben Guzin. Ryan Backstrom will be the batter. As big a run as that one was, this game is far, far, far from being over. When you consider the fact that and we've been, a very close pickoff play at first. I've been out here 3 years. And I have yet to see, from a defensive standpoint, a real clean ball game played in the semis or the finals yet. So a 2-run lead in 5A baseball, I don't care who's on the mound, that doesn't mean a thing. I don't know why it is. We just do not see good defense in these games, but tremendous hitting, no question about it. Another throw over. Outfield playing pretty much straight away. Infield playing at regular depth, and that caught the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2 on Ryan Backstrom. Kalen Leos. 2 runs scored, is at the top of the Ironwood lineup and waiting in the wings, hoping for a chance of driving a run. Swing and a miss. And that is the second strikeout of the inning and the 9th in 4 innings for Chris Collins. However, he trails it 3-1. You're watching Sports Cassette Productions coverage of the 1999 AIA 5A semifinal action. We'll be back in just a moment. 5th inning totals have Ironwood 3 runs, 2 hits, an error. A couple stranded, and for the Pride, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. They've left a couple. We head now to the top half of the 5th inning. 5A semifinal action from beautiful Maryvale Baseball Park, the spring training home of the Milwaukee Brewers. Ground ball to the shortstop, takes a nice convenient hop. The long throw across the diamond is in time, and Dave Savage is out number 1 thanks to Ironwood shortstop Kalen Leos. Jay Seymour. No, I did not say Jane Seymour. I said Jay Seymour. He is at the plate. He's the catalyst on this team, but tonight the chemistry hasn't been there. He's 0 for 2, and he's bounced out the shortstop 2 times. Catalyst, chemistry, it's all relevant. Can't get over how beautiful a night it is, and no other place in the world would I want to be. Maryvale Baseball Park. Well, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Of course, I know the Pride would like a couple of runs. They'd enjoy it a lot more. But take your cap off, tip your cap to the Ironwood Eagles. They're 8 outs away from advancing to the state championship. It'd be the first time since they moved to the 5As. That's a strike. And Jay Seymour may not get the benefit of the doubt because he just showed up the umpire on that one. Maybe. There's a lot of umpires that they take that to heart. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2 to Jay Seymour. Payoff pitch with 1 out here in the top half of the 5th inning, and here it is, and it's a chopper to the right side. Fielded cleanly, 2 down. Todd Erb with the assist, and Ryan Backstrom with the putout. 2 out here in the inning, and Brett Jensen. Jensen, a strikeout victim in the first, a single, and was stranded there in the 3rd. Jared Lucas in total command, pitching 3 hit, one-run baseball through 4 2/3 innings so far. I know Roger LeBlanc has got to be hoping that Jensen can keep it going for hot hitting and heavy hitting Chris Collins, who is on deck. I saw Ann Montgomery over there. Used to be with ESPN. She's here tonight. She's a big Mountain Point. As this ball is rocketed out in the right field, I was going to say a Mountain Point, a central region, covers a lot of central region, covers a lot of Mountain Point for the Republic, freelance with the Republic, and the independent paper over there on the east side. I can't remember what it's called now. Well, that keeps it going for Chris Collins. That was a big base hit. Let's see if the Pride can get back into this thing. They only trail it 3-1, but, well, I'll tell you, Lucas has pitched extremely well. So, too, is Chris Collins. Of the 3 runs that Collins has given up, only 2 of those are earned. He has struck out 9 in 4 innings. He's getting the job done, but not well enough, unfortunately, for the Pride as they trail it by 2. The first pitch to Collins is in there. Collins doubled. He hit one about 390 feet to the gap in right center field his first time up, and then reached on an error by the shortstop back in the 3rd. So he is 1 out of 2. Looking to get it going here with 2 out in the top half of the 5th inning, and that one's in the dirt. And, boy, once again, another fine defensive play. We're seeing 2 well-played games by the 2 receivers out here. Ironwood's Ben Guzin and Mountain Point's Dave Savage. The 1-1 pitch. In the dirt again. Boy, the runner off wide. Throw down. He got him. He's out, and he can't believe the call. And the Ironwood faithful love it. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on. In the middle of the 5th, Ironwood 3, Mountain Point 1. Heading down to the home half of the 5th inning, it's 3-1 in favor of the Ironwood Eagles, and the Eagles will be coming up against Chris Collins, a young man that we thought may be coming out of the ball game. He was laying down just to the right of the pitcher's mound out here, and a little tightness in that right leg, it looked like. But it's been an outstanding ball game, right, Gail?
Oh, definitely, Jeff. It's been a real pitcher's duel with 2 of the finest pitchers in the state of Arizona going head-to-head.
So Collins will be facing Kalen Leos, who has scored both runs for 2 of the 3 runs for Ironwood in this contest. An inside the park home run back in the home half of the 1st, and then was hit in the head. And he almost got hit in the head again. That was not intentional. And as I mentioned just a moment ago, that Collins was literally down just right of the pitcher's mound between innings, and the trainer had to come out and stretch that, I think, that right hamstring, and he's had some tightness, and that would cause him to be a little off on his pitching. He comes out, and he's 2-0 right now, and I don't know if he needs a couple of – he may actually just need a few practice pitches here. His timing is definitely off here. I guess this is one of those situations, you know, this might be the old mind trick. Yeah, I'll throw a couple wild ones, and then when you dig in, I'm going to throw, you know, you don't want to dig in if you're a hitter. Not with that wildness. Here's a ground ball foul, third base side. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Well, that looked good. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's made 2 good pitches here to Leos after falling behind 2-0. Pitch. Way upstairs, 3-2. Kalen to lead things off. He's the leadoff batter. He'll be followed by Herb and Fisk. 1, 2, and 3 in the Ironwood batting order. Swing and a squibbler off the end of the bat, or they had jammed him, and the throw to first. Did he get him? Yes. Good defensive play down at third by Steve Dryansky. His first attempt tonight. First time that they have retired Leos, and here's Todd Herb, who reached on an error by the second baseman, and that led to the Ironwood Eagles' second run of the ball game. That in the 3rd inning. Here's one down the line. Could be trouble. Throw to first, and did he get him? Yes, he did. A bang play at first base, and a fine play by Collins. I'll tell you, that was a picture-perfect bunt down the third base line. And it took a picture-perfect defensive play to throw him out at first base. 2 out here in the Ironwood Eagle 5th inning. You know what I almost said. Ground ball foul. Well, I saw one of the reporters with the Arizona Republic. His name's escaped me for the moment. Ebert. I want to say Roger Ebert, but that wouldn't be possible. I can't think of his first name. He's always over here. Hey, there's Tom Succo down there. Of course, he's always at these 5A games as head coach over at Brophy. Swing and a miss. I'll tell you, he just reared back and gave that one his best fastball of the night. 10 strikeouts for Collins. We head to the 6th. The Pride Trail Ironwood 3-1. Sports Cassette Productions presents the AIA 5A Boys State Semifinal Baseball Championships. Today's game is brought to you by Sports Cassette Productions. We head down to the top half of the 6th inning with Gale File, Jeff Lowry from Maryvale Baseball Park in a 3-1 ball game. The Mountain Point Pride batting, and their top hitter and Chris Collins. He takes strike 2. Check that ball, 1-1. Collins a double, and he is reached on an error. He was at the plate when Brett Jensen was picked off at first base to end the top of the 5th inning. The 1-1 pitch, inside, 2-1. Jared Lucas has pitched 5 sensational innings of 4-hit, 1-run baseball. Here's the pitch. And it's just a bit low, 3-1, and Lucas really wanted that one. He has struck out 4 in this contest while walking 3. The 3-1 to Collins. In there, 3-2. Without a doubt, and as Gale File alluded to in the last inning, 2 of the finest pitchers in the state of Arizona in a true pitcher's duel here tonight at Maryvale. Grounded ball hard and to the second baseman, and there's 1 down. And now you can bet with every out recorded by the Ironwood Eagles, this crowd is going to make a lot of noise. So a good play by the second baseman, Todd Herb. Getting it over to first baseman Ryan Backstrom. Nate Olness, who has been quiet. He has a walk. He has struck out looking in his 2 at-bats here. He is the cleanup hitter for the Pride of Mountain Point. That one bounces up there. That's about the 4th time in this contest that Jared Lucas has bounced one up there. Top of the 6th inning, and the best of 7 innings. Upstairs, 2-0. Well, he was down, 3-1 on Chris Collins. Now he's 2-0 on Aldis with Ramirez on deck. Pride have 4 hits in the game off Lucas. High pop-up out into shallow center field, and it will be caught for out number 2. Chris Rock takes care of business in center field. 2 away in a very important 6th inning. And now Alexis Ramirez is the batter. Well, I mentioned Tom Succo in attendance here. I saw him just below our broadcast booth here. And, of course, we've, not Sports Cassette, but our company, APN Sports, has been with the All-Stars and will be for our 3rd year in a row. We'd like to thank Tom and the Arizona Baseball Coaches Association for allowing us to provide some play-by-play videos to the All-Stars, and I'm sure we'll see a couple of the players in these semifinals over at Grand Canyon University in the heat of June. Well, we got a little time out here on the field. Well, the Pride of Mountain Point, so far, their bats have been very quiet. Ramirez trying to start something with 2 out here in the top half of the 6th inning, the 0-1 pitch. Looked good, but just a bit inside. 1-1. Jared Lucas, what a job. And he's had good defense behind him through 5 2/3 innings. Ramirez waves the bat. The pitch. He bounced that one up there, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Ramirez, if you remember back in the 2nd inning, he had a base hit to lead off that inning. Stole 2nd, moved to 3rd on a short infield squibbler out in front of the pitcher's mound, and then scored on a sacrifice fly. And he may beat this one out. Grounded to short, fielded there. The quick throw to first, and they got him by a half a step. And we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ironwood just 3 outs away from advancing to the state championship game Saturday night here at Maryvale. They lead it 3-1. Well, we head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is very important that Mountain Point plays good, solid defense this inning, and that Chris Collins takes care of business on the mound and not allow Ironwood to get out by any more than the 2 runs that they are in front right now. Give that team, give your offense a chance to get back in it. Base hit up the middle. Well, a fantastic way to start an inning when you could use an insurance run or 2, and Greg Serrano leads off the home half of the 6th for the Ironwood Eagles with a clean-cut single to center field. That single was so clean-cut, no sideburns and no goatees. And here comes Roger LeBlanc to talk things over. We'll take a quick timeout on Sports Cassette Baseball Network. So Roger LeBlanc out to talk to his star pitcher and make sure that he's okay. He gave up a leadoff single, and now we'll go to work against Chris Rock. Infield at double play depth. Here's a bomb that's straightaway center field. That ball is deep. That ball is going to be out of here, a home run. Or is it still in play? No sign by the umpires. It's still in play. It's going to be an inside the park home run anyway. How about that? And the Eagles lead it 5-1. It was questionable whether or not, and we ought to shoot our camera out there to center field. That area right there above the 400 mark, now to the right of that. It hit just to the side of that part that rises above the padding there. We'll come back to the batter now. If it had hit to the right of that padding, it would have been a home run, I believe. This one is behind the batter. And now the Eagles are wanting a warning, and will get it from the umpire by Chris Collins. And now both sides, both clubhouses have been warned. And now Mike Holt has come out, and he's having a little discussion with Chris Collins, the pitcher, and now things seem to be getting out of hand. Mike Holt is a little beside himself. He doesn't appreciate the fact that Chris Collins, after giving up a 400-foot inside the park home run to Chris Rock, has thrown behind the next batter in the Ironwood lineup. And Roger LeBlanc, calm, cool, and collective, coming out, trying to calm things down here. Well, it's getting real interesting. So on the ball that Chris Rock hit, and right now, hold on a minute, the home plate umpire, the AIA official here, is telling the Ironwood Eagles and all the players on the bench to get back into the dugout. And now the next pitch from Collins, and it's inside corner, a called strike. 5-1 Ironwood. Ground ball to the shortstop. He'll field it on the big hop, and the throw to first is in time, and that's the first out of the inning. 2 inside the park home runs here for the Ironwood Eagles, and it would appear that they are in the driver's seat to win this ball game and advance against probably one of the most feared baseball teams in the 90s and maybe in the entire history of prep baseball in this state, Desert Vista Thunder. But they are not unbeatable. They have lost 5 games this year, so there's probably a little chink in that armor. But you have to keep the ball in the ballpark and not walk 7 or 8 batters in the process. And then you got a chance probably. Well, Horizon scored 9 runs off of them in, 5 innings? So, ground ball to second. Should be a big hop. There it is. And the throw to first is in time. 2 down. Nate Olness, the first baseman. I don't know if we caught it on the last 2 plays. Is a young man that is destined for an injury, or he will cause an injury down that first base line. On the last 2 ground balls, he takes his foot off the bag at the last minute to catch the ball and then slides it across the bag to make the put out. One of these days it's going to be a bang-bang play, and he's going to trip the runner and either break his ankle or the opponent's ankle. That footwork might save him his parents a little doctor bill, or somebody else's parents. Ben Guzin, the batter. As far back as you are, it shouldn't look like it. 5-1 Ironwood with 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 runs in on the home run by Chris Rock. 2-2. That pitch didn't miss by much. Guzin with a base hit, an RBI single that extended the Ironwood lead to 3. Strike 3 called. The 11th strikeout of the ball game for Chris Collins, but the damage has been done. 2 runs, 2 hits, nobody left on. And we head to the top half of the 7th inning from Maryvale Baseball Park. Ironwood leads it 5-0. Jeff Lowry back at Maryvale Baseball Park. We head now to the top of the 7th inning. We've had a little controversy in that last inning, and Chris Collins throwing behind the runner. Was there any retaliation? Absolutely not. With a 5-1 lead in the last inning and a chance to go to the state championship game, you just take care of business if you're Lucas. High pop-up. This will be out number 1 as Gabe Mayorga is the first out of the inning. Well, unless the Pride can come up with 4 runs in this inning and push it to a bottom of the 7th inning, close the book out on Chris Collins. It looks to be a complete game. 6 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 11 strikeouts, and 2 walks. All in all, a very good, very well-pitched game here tonight. But the 2-run home run to center field by Rock really did him in. Looper out in the shallow left center, and it's caught by the shortstop. Kalen Leos, one of the stars of the game, quickly 2 out in the inning. Richard Bell will be the hitter. So it looks to be the Ironwood Eagles representing the West Valley and the Desert Vista Thunder representing the East Valley. Right here at 7 o'clock, Maryvale's Baseball Park, Saturday night, 7 p.m., Sports Cassette Productions. And the good people at APN Sports. Us. Strike 2 call. He just reared back and gave it all he had. He has struck out 4. He has walked 3. He's a pitch away from sending the Eagles to the championship game. The 0-2. Upstairs, it's 1-2. Richard Bell, the last hope for the Pride. The 1-2 offering. And the changeup is a ground ball to the right side. Fielded there. The throw to first. The ball game is over. The Ironwood Eagles will play in the 1999 state championship game. Final score from Maryvale Baseball Park, the Eagles 5, the Pride 1. We'll have more in just a moment. Maryvale Baseball Park, where the Ironwood Eagles win it 5-1, 5 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 3 left for the Eagles. The Pride of Mountain Point, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, and they left 4. Jared Lucas. A rude going performance here tonight. A little trash talking down there. Yes, sir. 7 innings of 4-hit, 1-run baseball. He struck out 4, walked 3. He gets the win. Maybe the biggest victory for this baseball program since they moved to the 5A level. And the loser, Chris Collins, he goes 6 innings of 4-hit baseball, gives up 5 runs, 4 earned, and striking out 11, and he walked 2. Chris Rock with a home run. Kalen Leos with a home run, both of the inside the park variety, leads the Eagles to the state championship here on Saturday night at Maryvale's Baseball Park. Once again, our final score tonight in a game that took 2 hours and 53 minutes to play in front of a very good crowd. Well over 200 people here at Maryvale Baseball Park. Our final score, the Ironwood Eagles 5, the Mountain Point Pride 1. So for Gale File, this is Jeff Lowry saying, so long, everybody.